times, yeah, really, I was watching a lot of like Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears gossip news about like how Britney Spears like got pregnant and Justin Timberlake or whatever wanted her to get an abortion because he didn't want to be a father. Odds are because he was too busy out enjoying himself because he was pretty young back then. And, he didn't want to settle down. He wanted to live life. And I have to admit, once you have a kid, especially when they're an infant that are like 2 months old, like mine, it is a pain in the ass to wake up every 2 hours to change their diaper, to feed them. And then, it's not just that, that only takes like 15 minutes, but like, a lot of times they don't go back to sleep, and you have to like, you basically, again, every 2 hours, every day, you have to have somebody watching them all day, every day. And that's, hopefully in the future it'll get better and better and better, and, it's not that bad, like, you feed them every 3 to 4 hours instead of every 2 hours, but it does cost a lot. It is extremely tiring. But as you can see, I can still pump out videos on this YouTube channel. I still have enough time to do that. I do have to work a lot more. I have to work long hours, very long hours. And honestly, you're constantly striving at some point to earn more revenue, earn more money, because you have mouths to feed. It's kind of like that Zorg on the Fifth Element. Zorg on the Fifth Element, he talks about destruction and chaos in order for people to have things to do, to be able to feed, their children and all this stuff. So, I'm hoping as, my children grow up, they actually, do things that, are not a complete waste of time and, make it all worthwhile. Make all this work and effort worthwhile. The cost and effort to raise children is a lot. And, you don't want to be disappointed, do you? After all that work and investment. Okay. So again, I think, getting married and having kids, like if you've ever seen the Married with Children TV show, it talks about this, former high school football player. He had all these big dreams, but then he had to settle down because he had kids and a wife. And it just ate up all his money, ate up all his time. And he never got to live his dreams. He never had the time to live his dreams because the old ball and chain. I've noticed that I've been doing the same things that I have always been before I got married, before I had kids. It's just I'm working a little bit more. I have somebody to talk to. I have somebody to be there with me. There's a lot more stuff going on that I'm getting to participate in and enjoy. A lot more social interaction. And honestly, I think I really needed that in my life, because when you're alone, you don't get as much inspiration and motivation. You don't get as much feedback. And if you're left to your own devices, sometimes you just kind of flounder and don't do much. So, it's kind of, I think, somebody asked, like, Elon Musk, like, why doesn't he retire? Why doesn't he just chill out? Why is he always trying to start up all these businesses? And why is he working when he has so much money? And it's because a lot of people, they just don't want to retire. They don't want to lounge around and do nothing. They want to participate in life. They want to do things. They want to get up in the morning and do a bunch of things. And, I think one of the biggest arguments is if you're single, you can just lounge around and have all this free time and, like, collect all this loot and money. But you end up being alone and sad. And, like, what are you going to do with all that free time? Sit around and talk to other like-minded people who decided to live the same lifestyle as you. Like, what are you going to do with in the past I had too much time to do that, too much time. And I remember like I wanted to do a lot of these things, like learn to play a guitar, learn to draw. And you could argue that now that I'm so busy, I will never have time to do that. But guess what? Learning to draw and learning to play the guitar sucked ass. It sucked ass. It was a complete waste of time. I didn't enjoy it at all. And I refused to freaking do it. So I sold my guitar. I still have my drawing tablet, because the drawing tablet's pretty cool, but I could sell it. But I do plan on using it every now and then, not to draw anime characters, but like, you know, for tutorials and to make videos where a touch tablet with a pen would be pretty cool to do. The guitar was a complete waste of money. It was stupid as shit. Okay. So should you get married? Should you have kids? Honestly, it depends. You know, are you enjoying your life? Are you lonely? You know, or do you have too much free time? Do you want, you know, to have a family? Do you want to like, you know, have all these things? And again, you know, you have to find the right person and all this stuff, and it can be really, really, really tedious and damn near impossible. A lot of people are so lonely and desperate, and you know, all they could ever ask for is having like a wife and kids and stuff, and they can't get it, you know. And a lot of people who end up getting it, maybe some of them, you know, they blame having a wife and kids on why they couldn't live their dreams, and you know, why they don't have as much money, or why they couldn't do all this stuff. But honestly, being alone kind of sucks. Being alone kind of sucks. And being able to just like quit a job all willy-nilly, because you don't have to worry about insurance, you don't have to worry about making money. If you can just like quit a job and just kind of, you know, just do whatever. I think a lot of people do that. I've known some people that did that. They just went job hopping. They went from job to job to job. You know, if they got bored of a job, you know, they didn't care. You know, they'd just find another one. But like, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you have all this stuff invested, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep showing up and all this stuff. But anyway, is it worth having kids? Honestly, it's a shit ton of work. You have a lot less free time, and you're spending a lot of money. But it's kind of like working out or something. Like, you know, it just, you know, it makes you stronger in the fact that like you want to do better. You want to do better. You know, you don't want to flounder and just suck ass. You know, you want to do better. So that's kind of cool. And you know, you again, it's pretty cool because you're not alone. You know, so you get a lot of, you know, different feedback and support and stuff. So anyway, I hope this helped you. I do think there's a lot of benefits to being single, especially if you have the drive and initiative and you're enjoying what you're doing. You know, settling down may actually be a real pain in the ass, and prevent you from having the time you need to get things done that you're currently enjoying. I'm not gonna lie, but look, I can make so many videos a day. I bought a brand new gaming computer. I mean, I'm still enjoying myself. Like, this is pretty much exactly what I would have done if I was alone. But I actually got better clothes and stuff. I never would have done. You could call this like a $5-7 Arizona t-shirt, but like, there's a lot of stuff that like I wouldn't have bought, I wouldn't have learned about, you know, if I didn't do all this stuff. I'm learning all this new stuff every day that I never would have experienced, and it's pretty cool. So I'm enjoying it.